Frank Herbert's Dune universe teems with distinct societies, each replete with its unique culture, history, and language. Among these, the Sardaukar, a fearsome elite military force, stand out for their martial prowess and brutally efficient approach to life. In Denis Villeneuve's adaptation of Dune, this penchant for efficiency extends to their language, which is stripped to its barest essence. Perhaps the most memorable demonstration of their culture came in the form of a chant that is heard as a part of a ritualistic preparation for battle. It manifests as a droning symphony of raw, guttural vocalizations stripped of all unnecessary flourishes. Much like the Sardaukar themselves, their chant is brutally efficient, echoing their ruthless pursuit of victory in the theater of war. In this video, I'd like to explore the chant of the Sardaukar as portrayed in the film, and how their language has a basis in Frank Herbert's books, as well as other historical roots and possible influences from real-world cultures. In Villeneuve's adaptation, the Sardaukar employ a form of throat singing as a part of their pre-battle ritual. Throat singing, or overtone singing, is a vocal practice where a singer produces a fundamental pitch and simultaneously one or more pitches over that. This ritual likely serves multiple purposes. First, it aligns the collective consciousness of the Sardaukar, unifying them in purpose and spirit. Next, the use of throat singing, a demanding and nuanced technique, emphasizes the skill and discipline of the Sardaukar, demonstrating that they are not just warriors, but highly trained and focused individuals capable of complex feats. Additionally, the ritualistic singing reflects the Sardaukar's dedication to their religious beliefs, underscoring the spiritual element of their warfare and commitment to their cause. The Sardaukar throat singing in the 2021 Dune film presented a unique challenge to David J. Peterson, the renowned linguist known for creating languages like in the TV series Game of Thrones. He was tasked with developing a constructed language or conlang for the Sardaukar that would reflect their brutal efficiency. In Villeneuve's Dune, the Sardaukar are depicted as speaking English. However, their language is not English as we commonly understand it, but rather it is a brutally stripped-down variant of it. Their words and phrases are condensed to the shortest possible forms, shedding any linguistic fat to communicate as succinctly and directly as possible. Every word, every sound is calculated and deliberate, devoid of any excess. Interestingly, the term Sardaukar is not shortened, preserving the full weight and identity of their name. The deeply resonant and haunting throat singing adds an extra layer of complexity to their language. In this context, the Sardaukar were not merely conveying information through language, but also creating a sound that encapsulated their ethos and cultural identity. The Sardaukar chant is the result of a conversion of linguistic sounds that could be carried in a throat-singing style. Peterson accomplished this by creating a phonetic system that allowed the throat singing to mimic the rhythm and cadence of spoken language, while maintaining the raw intensity demanded by the ritual. As a result, the phonetics applied in each verse are not merely sounds, but are meticulously constructed to convey a distinct sonic signature. The Sardaukar chant in Villeneuve's Dune and Mongolian throat singing bear striking similarities, both in their sound and the purpose they serve within their respective cultures. This perception has gained considerable traction among Dune viewers who see the resemblance not just in the sonic textures, but also in the socio-cultural context of these two vocal practices. At a purely sonic level, both Mongolian throat singing and the Sardaukar chant involve producing deep, resonant sounds, often with the capacity to generate multiple tones simultaneously. This polyphonic texture gives both forms of singing a hauntingly beautiful and otherworldly feel. Beyond the audible similarities, the socio-cultural parallels are equally compelling. In Mongolian culture, throat singing is traditionally practiced in vast open landscapes, and it is said to connect the singer with nature and the spirit world. Similarly, the Sardaukar's chant, delivered under the open skies of Seleucia Secundus, also serves as a profound spiritual conduit, invigorating their fervor for their warrior religion and fueling their zeal for the ultimate glory of battle. The idea of using religious songs and chants in military contexts has a broad historical basis. Many cultures throughout history have used song and ritual to prepare for battle, focusing the minds of soldiers, forging unity, and instilling a sense of divine purpose. In an interview with Entertainment Weekly, stunt coordinator Tom Struthers noted that the fighting style of the Sardaukar in Villeneuve's Dune was inspired by Viking berserkers. Much like the Viking berserkers, the Sardaukar are portrayed as elite warriors, deeply committed to their cause, and their approach to battle finds its historical roots in the berserker ethos, fearless, unrelenting, and ready to sacrifice their lives. Interestingly, the parallels to ancient Norse warriors goes beyond their martial abilities. Beyond the shared symbolism through the use of blood in their rituals, the Vikings, much like the Sardaukar, are historically known for harnessing the power of music and chanting. The berserker warriors, for example, were said to work themselves into a trance-like frenzy before combat. To induce this trance-like state, it's rumored that they performed various rituals that involved chanting and rhythmic drumming. This was believed to bestow upon them the strength and ferocity of a wild animal, enabling them to plunge headfirst into the enemy lines with reckless abandon. It is in this respect that the Sardaukar's throat singing finds a historical parallel. This ritualistic chanting, deep and reverberating, ripples through the ranks of the Sardaukar, creating a sense of unity and preparing them mentally for the impending battle. As the chant echoes, the individual identities of the Sardaukar dissolve, forming an indivisible, war-ready entity that reflects the essence of the berserker spirit. The decision to base the Sardaukar on Viking berserkers was not merely cosmetic. The Sardaukar not only emulate the Vikings' straightforward and aggressive fighting style, but they also embody the same spirit of fearless fervor. According to the Dune stunt coordinator, the Sardaukar's fighting style is characterized by its unflinching immediacy and directness. He noted that they don't strategize about outflanking opponents or consider their enemy's arsenal. Their primary aim is to decimate the enemy, with little to no regard for their own survival. Such a depiction strikingly replicates the battle-frenzied Viking berserkers. In Dune, the Sardaukar's throat-singing ritual reflects this rich historical tradition. By incorporating religious songs into their pre-battle ritual, the Sardaukar evoke a sense of sacred duty and divine destiny, transforming the act of war into a holy crusade. The throat-singing chants serve to focus their minds, unify their spirits, and deepen their commitment to their cause. This sacred ritual is intertwined with their esteemed position as the Emperor's illustrious blades. It reflects their brutal origins, disciplined nature, and profound spirituality. The practice of using religious songs in military preparation, as exemplified by the Sardaukar, mirrors a time-honored tradition found in many cultures throughout history, underscoring the deep human connections between faith, art, and war. Ultimately, the rituals on Seleucus Secundus, as seen in Villeneuve's Dune, adds a historical depth and realism that enriches Frank Herbert's universe. But I'm curious to know what you think of the Sardaukar chant. Do you think this ritual faithfully reflects and enhances the mythos of Frank Herbert's Dune? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and be sure to subscribe for more Dune and other sci-fi and fantasy news and lore. Thank you all so much for your support, and as always, have a very nerdy day.